Hey everyone, one of you asked me how to get triggered less. That's going to be the topic for today's video. So in this video, I'll share with you a few tips that will hopefully help you get triggered by others less often. So the first tip that I have for you is to realize that you should take very few things personally in life. So the behavior of other people, the things that they say, you should strive to not take these things personally. And the reason why is because they have nothing to do with you. Most of the time. I do have to throw in the caveat here. This is provided you're like a good person. You're striving to be good. Because if you're aiming to be a good person, you're likely not doing things to try to purposely upset other people or rile them up, that sort of thing. That's not going to be your intention. So if other people do get riled up, they get mad at you, they want to troll you for whatever reason, you're going to know that it's not because of you, because you're being good. You're doing your best to make the world a better place. So if that's the case, there's no way in hell that their behavior, the things that they say, will have anything to do with you. So this is important. And this is why I do often say you should strive to be a good person, because it gives you this benefit. It allows you to know that the way other people treat you has nothing to do with you at that point. If you're aiming to be kind and respectful towards others, then if someone mistreats you, you'll know them mistreating me has nothing to do with me, because I'm aiming to be as good of a person towards them as possible. So realize this. Do not take the behavior and the words of other people personally, because it has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with their level of maturity and their level of self-growth. So if someone that you're talking to is very unevolved in both of those things, well, they're naturally going to act that out. They're going to say things that an immature person would say. They're going to behave in immature ways. So it truly does have nothing to do with you. And you'll often find, if you are aiming to be a good person, if you're constantly working on improving yourself, you will trigger other people just by being yourself, just by being you. Because if you're aiming to be the best that you can be, you're going to trigger people who have insecurities, people who want to be like you but aren't, because whatever reason, they aren't working on themselves in the way that you are. So this happens as well. If you're a very good person, if you're working on your health and fitness, if you're working on your finances, if you're working on creating the life that you desire, you will occasionally trigger insecure people, and they will want to hurt you because of it. Not physically, hopefully, although that could happen, but mostly it'll be they'll want to mentally mess with you. They'll want to troll you. They'll want to try to bring you down, because they'll look at you and they'll get triggered. You'll trigger their insecurities. You'll make them feel bad about themselves. This is why so many people will be trolls online, because they see you and something about you triggers their insecurities, so then they act it out by attacking you and trying to bring you down because it'll make them feel better. Now, there also will be some trolls who are just bored, but yet again, remember, it has nothing to do with you, and these aren't good people. I mean, if someone is trolling you because they're bored, that's not a good person. I get that the trolls who are like that will try to defend themselves by saying, hey, I'm not insecure, I'm bored. It's like, really? That's your excuse here? That's your reason for being a dick online? You're bored? Come on, like that shows you're not a good person, because good people don't go around trying to rile people up just because they're bored. So there you go. That's the main thing. Just strive not to take other people's behavior and words personally, because it rarely ever will have anything to do with you, unless you are trying to rile someone up or you're in a somewhat tense situation. Things like that, yeah, your behavior can contribute to it. But if you're a good person, things will rarely ever be because of you. So don't take it personally. And the next tip that I have for you, beyond the not taking it personally, because that's like the main thing, that will help you the most. But the next thing I have is just work on reducing your insecurities as much as possible, because that will also help you get triggered less by other people. Because most people, if they're trying to trigger you, they're going to aim to find something that bothers you. Usually that means targeting an insecurity of yours. If you think your hair looks dumb, if you think your nose is too big, if you think your chest is too small, if you think your arms are too thin, whatever it may be, people, if they find out about that insecurity of yours, they will attack it, they will hone in on it, and they will try to use that to bring you down. So work on your insecurities, work on loving and accepting yourself as you are, practice self-love, and then also just make a list of the things that you don't like about yourself so that you can work on them. Don't use this list as like a way to bring yourself down. No, that's not the point of it. The point is awareness. You want to know what you feel bad about so that you can then work on accepting those things and on loving them and realizing they're just a part of you. Like everyone out there has things about themselves that they can't change. And a lot of people can get to a place where they actually accept and love those things. Most people probably don't, unfortunately, but you can easily, maybe not easily, I shouldn't say that, but you can definitely work on reducing your insecurities, on getting to a place where you can accept your flaws, because everybody has them. I mean, I have insecurities. I've just gotten to the point where even if people do target those insecurities, I'm not going to care because, as I already said, they're not a good person, so why the hell should I care about their opinion, right? It has nothing to do with me. Good people are not going to target me like that. They're not going to try to bring me down with my insecurities. So when people do that, I know, hey, this has nothing to do with me. I'm not going to take it personally. So there you go. But as much as possible, do strive to reduce your insecurities and just practice the hell out of that self-love so that you can accept and love yourself as you are with all your flaws. So those are pretty much the that's three, this is two, the two main things that will help you get triggered less. It's just aiming to not take things personally by adopting that mentality of realizing that, I mean, usually it has nothing to do with you, because all you need to ask yourself is, if somebody is a good person, would they treat you in the way that this troll is treating you? And if the answer is no, then they're not a good person, so why should you care what they think? And then the second thing is just working on reducing your insecurities as much as possible so that other people can't use them as ammo against you. And that does take work, but self-love will get you way further along that road than anything else I've realized. So practice the hell out of that. Just get to a place where you can truly love and accept yourself as you are. So that's pretty much all I have for you guys in this video. I'm going to end it here so I don't repeat myself. I feel like I may have already done that a bit, but oh well. That's the flaw of not using scripts, but I don't think I ever will. I've even talked to my parents. Scripts, there's just something about how they ruin authenticity. So yeah, that's a topic for another video anyway. I truly hope you enjoyed this video. I truly hope it was helpful. And if you like content like this, be sure to subscribe for more. Otherwise, the easiest way you can help me out is just to throw a like on the video and comment for the algorithm. And for today's comment, tell me if you could live anywhere on the planet, where would you live? If money wasn't a factor, if being away from family wasn't a factor, if nothing was a factor, where would you choose to live? I'd be very curious to see what you guys have to say about this question. So that's today's comment, and I will see you guys in the next video. Arrivederci.